to remember even those old networks. And definitely, I also remember that if you get the wrong networks, my friend, the effect is lethal. So even the time you do your own networks, remember it's very important to have the right networks. So ensure that the network is correct. I remember one time I was introduced by a friend to his friend, and this network was a wrong network. And we did a huge partnership with this network. And I ended up losing 200 million. Those who have read my book, After the Pledge, you know the story. And if you have not read that book, please read it, because the wrong network can really ruin you, can mess you up, can finish you, can destroy you. So be very careful on the networks. So always when you get an introduction, double check, triple check, quadruple check. Keep checking. It's very, very important. And that's a book that all of us, you must read, After the Pledge. And I'm sure that our Vice Chancellor can avail the copies. We are selling those copies at 2,000, and that money goes to the foundation. Definitely, as we talk about network and wealth creation, there is magic, there is power in networking. Remember, we are saying that, networking can be good and can be awful, but there is magic in correct, right networks. There is magic, there is power, there is power. And for you to get the best network, there are a few things you can check. One of the things is that check the level of trust. Do you trust this network? Do you trust it? Right now, we are in a group of this cohort 5. Those are networks. But having somebody in the group does not mean that the network is correct. It's upon you to double check. I remember in cohort 2, we had a member who was borrowing money from other members. By the time the vice chancellor realized, Nagirai realized, the fellow had borrowed money from about 8 people. Nikopeshe, nilipie rent. So that was the wrong network, and we had to remove the guy. So always check so that you are able to trust the network that you are in. Very, very important. And once you have the trusted networks, now this is the beginning of your wealth creation. It's the beginning of your business expansion. It's the beginning of your career expansion. So always check, is the network, can you trust the network? I remember the other day, somebody entered into a group of a few friends, but this group was the wrong network. Out of 10 conversations, 9 of them are negative conversations. Then I discovered this is a network that I don't belong. And the same speed I entered, the same speed I left. I am also in other very good networks. We have one called the Christian CEOs. It's a very good network. So the content there, it's amazing. The content, hata ukisoma tu your content, you just feel good. You just feel this is the right content. Maybe you can tell me, are there networks that you entered and then you left? Maybe that is something that you need to check. The other thing is that for you to enjoy magic network, good network is referrals. If you have a good friend, this good friend can refer you to a good network. The other day we are trying to do some marketing in the US. And I got this very good friend of mine, he's a bishop, and introduced me to a very powerful network in Texas, USA. These networks, we have done business with them. We have sponsored their events. You know why? The referral was good. The network was good. So Benjamin, even as this is Benjamin Budia, even as somebody refers you to a network, check, is the referral okay? Esther, the person referring you, huyo mtu ako namna gani? Nancy Munene, who is the referrer? If the referrer is good, the referral is also good. This is the magic of networking. Number 3 is that if you get the right network, wealth creation is real. The wealth creation is real. I know most of you here, you are in business, right? Yes, you are in business. And I know that you want to expand your business because people do business with the people. People buy people. And that's why we are here in this mentorship. So if you're looking to create your wealth, to build your wealth, to create and to develop more sales, it's about network. You know, the other day I entered into another network on Facebook. I think it says Centum, not Centum, Citam network. And over that Citam network, we have done a lot of sales. You know why? We are creating our wealth through the right networks, you know. And for you, maybe you're saying, hey, Wachiuri, maybe I don't have these right networks. I can ask you, you can capitalize on the people we have here in this cohort 5 and check what do they do. That's why I like when Nagira encourages you to share what you do. This platform is for you to talk about yourself. It's a platform to be proud about yourself. You know, tell us what you do. Maybe let me see whom I can see here. Maybe if it is Margaret or if it is Esther, let me see who else I can see. If it is Mary Ann, tell us, what are you doing? Go to that platform and tell people what you are doing. And you never know, you might find somebody who can connect with you and make a whole difference. That's the magic of networking, the power of networking. Something else the networking does, other than creating wealth, is boosting personal relationship. Boosting personal relationship. You know, genetic shallow. I am sure that cohort 5 is going to enable you to connect with more important people. And what is going to happen? It will boost personal relationship. However, one of the things that you can do, don't just live there on WhatsApp group. Usikae tu hapo, visit people. If you find a network that you think, maybe you are thinking, maybe Brenda, she's here, is a good network. Maybe George Dilango is, by the way, this is my friend. George Dilango is a good network. Visit them, watembelee, nunulia yeye kahawa. You are boosting personal relationship. And this relationship, you understand one another more. Once you understand one another more, what is going to happen? The business is evident. The business is evident. You know, the business is evident. So boost that personal relationship. I can see some people chatting here. Let me see whether I'm communicating. Yes, I see somebody say here. This is a minor saying, okay, they're already introducing themselves. Thank you. They're already doing something. This is Esther Kemani. Okay, fantastic. Now on a network hapa. This is very encouraging. Lydia, anasema no sound. I hope Lydia, you got the sound now. This is Maina Kagoy. Asante sana, digitizing business. Now already people are introducing themselves. And I think this is very encouraging. Agnes, this is very encouraging. So, but for you to be more encouraging, introduce what we are calling a personal relationship. This is a friend of mine who is called Elijah Katolo. This guy sells honey. You know, you cannot sell honey, Elijah, to George Dilango if George does not know you. You need to boost this personal relationship. Open up to people. You know, the other day I was talking to a couple, and I was marketing Great Oasis Nanyuki. And I was telling them how this project is amazing. They told me, no, hey, Wachiuri, we have known you for over 7 years. We have even seen the project on our own. So we want you to tell us, can we get 5 acres? Can you imagine? Out of personal relationship, they are able to give you business. They're able to give me business. And that's how business is grown. The power of networking. Definitely another great thing I've discovered over time for 24 years about networking is that networking increases internal happiness. Yani kufurahi tu. Internal happiness, you know. The other day, we introduced something at in our restaurant at GMC Karen. We call it GMC Karen. We have a restaurant there, offering African food and African theme. And we introduced something we are calling Kenya Night, Kenya Night. And we are doing it every 3 months. The other day, somebody went there and really, he was dancing, because people dance there. And this person told me, this friend of mine told me, he met a friend that they had not met for over 10 years. And after the meeting, this person was looking for a certain service. And immediately they connected. And this person got a business worth almost 2 million. And he was telling me, I am the happiest person for knowing GMC Karen. I could see the happiness internally, internal happiness. And that's what network does. When you do something successfully with somebody that you have known or you knew sometimes back, and now you connect, something happens within your system, internal happiness. So it is possible. So networking, not only business, but also this kind of relationship really boosts your morale. And then something else that happens, the magic of networking. Networking is a stress remover. Yes. It is a stress remover. We are moving in the world of stresses. You know, people are busy. They have no time for themselves. But when you meet people, there's a friend of mine, I don't know whether he's here. He's called Eric Obwaka. This Eric Obwaka, we go to the same church. This guy is a super networker. You know, he's a member of BNI, Business International Networks. And this guy, he tells me that every time he goes to facilitate networking sessions, it is like a healing. You feel good. That means every time you mingle with the people, you mix with the people, you network with the people, if you had some things disturbing your mind, it becomes a stress remover, stress inaenda. You know, I am so happy that this group cohort 5, when you meet for graduation, it's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Because you are going to meet people from different backgrounds and you'll be able to generate your own internal happiness. And if you had some mental issues, it's going to go away. They call it the stress remover. It's possible. And then something else I've also discovered over 24 years in networking, because I've been in BNI, I've been in Toastmasters, I have been in many forums, you know, alumni networking, Strathmore Group, I have been in very many networks, and have learned that these networks have contributed to business expansion. The same case with you, Mary Bogwa. The network that you are doing is going to contribute to your business expansion, your career enlargement. Dennis Kamau, I don't know what you're doing. Harriet, the cake lady, this is going to contribute to your business expansion. And that's why we have this mentorship. You know why? We want your careers, we want your businesses to keep expanding. That's the only way we can conquer, we can seize the opportunities, business expansion. And definitely, I am happy that by the time we are finishing this mentorship, your networking skills is going to be better. One of these 5 days, I will show you how to network. You know, there are some people, when they go to an event, you spend 14 minutes, 10 minutes with one person. But there's something called the skills of networking. And I'm sure that we'll have a session to learn on how to network. You are supposed to practice 60 seconds networking skill, whereby within 60 seconds, that is 1 minute, somebody has known you, they have known what you do, they know your business, they know where you work, and you have already exchanged either e-card or physical card. That's the power of this learning a skill of networking. Wengine ni mastori tu, unatwanga story, you are on an event, lakini you only have to meet 5 people, 6 people, and maybe an event is full of hundreds of people. There's a skill of networking. There's a way to network, and maybe that's a discussion of another day. Allow me to go to a discussion that I really love all the mentees to understand, the wealth creation. We talk about wealth creation. What do we mean? What do we mean by wealth creation? And before that, I can see a few comments here. Let me see what the mentees are saying. Oh yeah, Lydia says, now sound iko sawa. Dr.George, my good friend, asante sana. He says 3.6 million Kenyans are where? Are one medical bill away. Okay, fantastic. He is marketing himself and he's doing a good job. Thank you very much. Okay, somebody says, the Vice Chancellor says, please use your real name. It's important to register. Remember, we are looking for 70% attendance. The Vice Chancellor anasema, usiweke Phoenix 2.0, hapana, weka jina yako, so that we tick the register. Remember, for you to graduate, you must attend 70% of the classes. So ingia hapo, change your what? Change your name. Put your name. Weka jina yako vizuri. Useme mimi ni Brenda, mimi ni Josephat, mimi ni Lydia. Like there's a phone here, there's somebody here anajiita https zoom.us. Weka jina yako hapo. Weka hapo tukujue vizuri. Weka Vincent, weka Mary Wambugu, Givenji, weka hapo Liz Wafula, weka hapo. That's what the Vice Chancellor says. Yes, let's discuss about wealth creation. When you hear about wealth creation, what do you understand? Just do something on the satellite. What do you understand by wealth creation? What do you understand? I'm going to read the first few messages right here. What do you understand by wealth creation? Niandikie tu hapo. Andika tu hapo. Just type. I'll read the first 5. What do you understand by wealth creation? Ama ukiona wealth unafikiria ni manyumba, ni magari, ni mabiashara. What is it? What do you understand by wealth creation? What is wealth to start with? What do we mean by wealth? Just type there. Type there. I'm going to read the first 5 and I'll mention your name. Remember, When your name is mentioned, it's also brand building. So just type there on the chat line. I am looking. I have another phone here. I can be able to read. Just type there. What do you understand by wealth creation? Before I discuss with you what I mean by wealth creation and how I can support you, how I can empower you to create wealth. What do you mean? What do you understand by wealth creation? Okay, just type there. Okay, fantastic. And see Capolo is saying something. Christine Capolonto, looking forward to the skill of networking. Okay, we'll go into that. George, my namesake, George Dilango, wealth is owning assets that provide income. I like that. As you sleep. Namesake nimekusikia. Yeah, uko na your rentals, uko na property pale Ocean View Vipingo, you know, Airbnb and earning income as you sleep. I think I love that. Thank you, George Dilango. Asante sana. This is Georgina Sunday. Wealth is having enough resources to pursue your God-given purpose. I love that. Nani huyu? Wangoi anasema making more money. I like that. Allow me to charge this phone of mine. 1 minute. Let me connect to the charger shortly. Nani huyu? Brenda Shishia, creating solutions. Allow me to just to network right here. There you are. Now, hii phone haiwezi enda off. Okay, I am now good. Thank you. I have an assistant here doing a good job. Fantastic. Thank you, Madam Mary. This is Wangoi, making money. This is Brenda, creating solutions. Yeah, those solutions to give you money. Hey, you Kenyans, you are very good. Our general manager, Joe Alando, step-by-step growing in your net worth over a period of time. I love this. Yes, pole. Yeah, building capital and assets. Nani huyu? Eric Obwaka, kumbe uko hapa na nilisema juu yako. Keep up the networking. I think one of these fine days, I will give you a session to train us on networking. This Eric Obwaka guy is lethal. He is amazing. This is the only man I know. He belongs to about 100 groups. Asante sana, Eric. Brian says it's building a network of wealth through various methods. Asante sana. Sam Kisengi, net worth expansion. I love that. Jemima Nzola, wealth creation is building resources so that I can serve God fully with my talents, all God-given abilities. Asante sana, Jemima. Asante sana. Esther Harriet, the cake lady. Wealth creation is a skill to grow money aspect of investments. Keep it up. Elijah, the honey guy, increasing your investment. Asante sana, Elijah. Gideon ako hapa, the ability to have options by the way of resources. I love that. Kenyans are good. Givenji, ability to increase your earnings by providing solutions to people's problems. Yes, solving problems. You solve more problems, you get more money. Kama vile Optiven tunafanya. We are solving housing problem across counties and we are increasing our wealth. Diana Kimaro, wealth is having assets that generate money. I love that. Asante sana. Yeah, it's about having a property in Nakuru and put a house there and generate rental income. That's what Optiven is doing here in Australia, giving people assets so that they are able to generate money. Lucy Kamau, a state of having valuable possessions. I love that. John Minor, wealth is built by the worth of your network. I love that. Losiamoi, looking at opportunities and making business. I love that. Diana, wealth creation is ability to be able to make money. I like that. Nancy, who earn money, enough money to cover your basic needs. Oh, yes, I love that. Maxwell Bogwa, assets that earn passive income. Hey, you guys, you are very sharp. You are the best. Jabi Diba, having financial freedom. I love that. Eric, sleeping while money works. Eric Obwaka, asante sana. Dennis, wealth creation is generating resources that leads to your fulfillment. I love this. You guys, you are good. Janet Gesholo, building income lines. I love that. MS Sifila Kehong B, good morning. Wealth creation is never-ending journey after making income from your networks. I love that. And there are so many comments like there. I can see massive feel ability to grow your assets. I love that. Eunice Shavola, building profitable business. I love that. I like that. Yes, wealth creation. Mumesha jisomesha. That is very good. Wealth creation. Yeah, you can write your own story and you have already written your own story on wealth creation. But As we talk about wealth creation, I look at various aspects. One of the aspects of wealth creation is your own health. Are you healthy enough to make money? And as you make money, are you healthy enough to eat it? Inaitwa your health, your wealth. That's why for all the mentees here, you must take care of your health. Take care of yourself. After working so hard, take a break. Go somewhere. Go to Karula. Walk around. Take your family there. Have time with your family. Your health is important. Of course, the assets, as all of you said, you require assets that generate income for you. These assets could be land, could be houses, could be money in a fixed account, something that generates revenue, or could be an Uber generating money for you. So all those assets, as we have said. However, as we talk about wealth creation, it's very, very important to get a formula of creating this wealth. There's something I always tell or mentor my mentees. There's a formula I call 70, 10, 10, 10. 70, 10, 10, 10. This formula, basically 10% you give to the owner. You pay your tithe, 10%. Because remember, your own health is given. Your own resources is given by the owner. The owner is God himself. 10% should go to the ministries. And by the way, not only Christians. I was reading a Jewish book. And for them, when children are born, they are taught that 20% of your wealth should go to religious institutions and charitable organizations. 20%. 80% use it. And that's why for us, you find at Optiven, we are very intentional on Optiven Foundation. We pump money there. The other day, we went to a school called Kiama School in Gatanga, and we did for them a perimeter wall. The other day, we were in Kenya. We did some charity work to about 15 churches. We were planting. Every church, we are planting money in those churches. We are intentional. We want to practice this Jewish culture, 20%. No wonder Jews are very wealthy. And I don't know whether you know that the mean people, there's a level they cannot go. If you are mean, let me tell you, my friend, if you are a mean person, there's a level you cannot go. You shall accumulate money. But muda ikuangalia tu unakaa poverty. Muda ikuangalia unakaa shida. Because you are mean even to yourself. 70, 10, 10, 10. 10% give it to a religious institution where break a tithe. Another 10%, look at your insurances. Ensure you are insured. I know your cars have got insurance, but for you, do you have a PA, a personal accident cover? Uko nayo. Let's be honest. Enda kwa chatline. Where uniambie tu mentor mimi sina, sema tu huna. Na kuangalia hapa, useme tu I don't have insurance. Sema tu I don't have. Yet the money you get, whether you get 10,000, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, 100,000 a month, $1 million a month, 10%, sort out your insurance. Have your insurance, put it somewhere, and this is the honor to protect you, to protect your assets, to protect your family. Then another 10% invest it. Invest it. Invest it. Put it somewhere. Kuja Optiven. Ulize Fidelis, ama ulize Diana, ama ulize Joe Alanda, who is here. Can I invest this 10% I've accumulated to Kimuka to develop my business apartments in Kimuka Business Park? Can I put this money in Ushidi Gardens? Can I put this money in Great Oasis Nanyuki? Invest it. People who do not invest, they regret later in the year. Let me give you an example. When I was a young guy, I went to say, okay, Mau, bought a plot at 80,000. To do the same plot is 8 million. Can you imagine? Hii pesa imezaa, it's a she money. There's something called she money. So invest it. Now the 70% is spoiled. Go for holidays, buy clothes, buy a car, 70, 10, 10, 10. Now usiniambie wewe mentor, mimi sina pesa kuinvest hapana. Even if you have 10 eggs, one of them peleka kwa tithe. Another one invested. Another one, this applies to everyone. Because let me tell you a secret. If you're not able to practice this formula, even if you earn $1 million a month, you never practice it. You never. So learn the art of savings. And if you are my mentor, ukiwa wewe ni mentor wangu, ukiwa ni mentee wangu, if you are my mentee, and I'm your mentor, you must practice this thing. Somebody has posted something here. This is George George Sunday, anasema this is intriguing. Niambie kama uko na insurance. Haya, bas. Nani huyu? Priscilla McKenna. Could you provide insights on how one can refine or, my persuading skills to better articulate my ideas to clients I meet? Who are kujua how to pitch? I think it's a topic on how to negotiate, how to persuade, how to convince. I'll be able to offer you a whole session on how to do it. Asante sana. Some of these comments are very interesting. How to create wealth. Remember, 70, 10, 10, 10. Learn to save. Number 2, I talked about having insurance. Number 3, I talked about investing. Once you practice this, I'll meet you at the top. Wealth creation. Maybe somebody is asking me here, hey, mentor, how can we use wealth to generate more wealth? It's like what George was saying here. Use money to generate more money. How can you do it? There are a few things that I can persuade you to do, or I do myself, because as a mentor, I teach you, I coach you what I do. One of the things is that you can be able to invest on your money on earning interest. You can invest your money where the money earns, not Shylock, Kapana. Not people who tell you, I'll give you 10%, 50%, 30%. When the deal is too good, think twice. You can also generate wealth by rentals. I think someone talked about the rentals. You can buy a property today from Joe, put something in Kimuka, for example, and then put a tenant there. Every month, as you sleep, as George said, the money is coming, rentals. There are other incomes. There are people with passion on farming. I think there's one of the mentees here who is passionate about farming. Yeah, you can generate. There's one of us here, ananiambia mimi nafuga kuku. Yes, these are income generating ventures. Someone is also telling me that, yes, I run a business that is profitable. Yeah, that is generating wealth. And majority of you here are running businesses. I know there's one of the mentees here doing a good job on kicks. You're earning money. And one of the reasons why I like this mentorship is also to help you on how to multiply your income. One of the ways to multiply the income or to generate more wealth is having many hands. Many hands means you can have many people working upon your vision. Look at Optiven. We are almost hundreds of us pursuing a certain purpose to be the champions of socio-economic transformation. Some of us say, I don't want to expand beyond where I am. No. You can keep expanding. Look at Chinese. Chinese are crisscrossing across continents. Even where I am in Australia, I saw them. They are doing business here. They are coming to Africa. They are doing business. The other day, I challenged a few of you to go to Congo, and I'm happy that 4 of my mentees actually went to Congo. There was a trip there by Equity Bank. You know why? You want to expand. You want to see how you can generate more wealth. So it's all to do with your vision, with your passion, with your energy. You can get many hands to work for you. And you can be able to expand your vision. So the vision has no limit. It is elastic. You can expand it. Look at what we are doing. We are looking for business in other continents. We are in Kenya. We are in Africa. We are in the US. We are expanding because the vision is bigger. The goal is bigger. The objective is bigger. But let me now be a bit practical. How can you do that? You can't do that if you are alone. You need to put structures in your organization. You need to put structures that even if George is not in Optiven, nothing stops. Joe can do everything that I do. You have structures. There are people who are better than you. And when you hire, don't hire because people are your relatives. Hire because people have got skills. They have passion. They have zeal to work. Put structures there. Put policies. Yeah, put policies. The policy is like a guide. So even if you're not there, there's a guide that is people are following. Put systems. Systems is like piping. When a plumber does the piping, the water flows. When you do nice systems in your organization, the water will flow. The business will flow. Offer leadership. I know most of you are business people. Are you offering leadership? What are the qualities of a leader? Maybe that's a whole topic that I will discuss about leadership. How to inspire people, to encourage people to work, to put energy. And of course, for you as a business owner, as a career person, as a manager, you know, do you have the positive energy? The people that you lead, do they feel the positive energy so that they are able to conquer? They are able to move to the next step. You know, what are you offering them? Unawapea nini as a leader? What are you showing them? Are you making are you leaving the tracks? Maybe that's a discussion of another day. Wealth creation. Today, we are focusing on the wealth creation. Wealth creation have got rules. Allow me to share with you a few rules that you must obey. A few rules that you must obey. And as I do that, let me see a few comments from some of you. Yeah, Job says 10% tithe, 10% insurance, 10% investment, 70% your day-to-day operations and usage as per your budget. I like that. Thank you, Joe. Orlando, asante sana. That's the Optimum General Manager. I can see somebody iPhone. I can't wait to get the tool. I don't know. So iPhone, please put your name there as requested by a Vice Chancellor. Losiamoi says, kindly repeat 70-10-10. Asante sana Joe, umesha summarize hapo. Losiamoi will be able to see that. Okay, Lasiamoi, I run a chemist. I like that. Thank you so much for giving us medicine. Asante sana. 4 a.m. in England. Huyu mtu wa iPhone ako England. Hebu tupatie jina yako tu tukutaje tu na tukukongratulate. Huyu ako UK na amelogin. Asante sana. Yeah, you can tell me where you have logged in from. Just tell me there. I'll read it. Okay, I'll read it. Fantastic. Let's look at the rules of wealth creation. The rules of wealth creation. The rules. Kuna regulations. Wealth creation ni kama kuran families. Kuna sheria. There are some rules. One of the rules of wealth creation is tax compliance. Yes. You must pay Caesar what belongs to Caesar, as Jesus said in the Bible. There are some people wanakuwa wajeuri. They don't want to pay taxes. Yet, if you want to go out there like Optiven, uko Citizen, uko NTV, uko social media, uko Australia, you must ensure you are compliant. So please comply with the taxes. Whether you're doing business in the US, I can see my friend here from Virginia, asante sana. You know, pay your taxes. I can see my friend here from Dubai, pay your taxes. Number 2 rule, have an auditor. Oh yes, have an auditor. Mtu wa kuangalia hesabu. Have an auditor. Anakuangalia, hey, hapa unaenda off. And by the way, in this mentorship, there's some people who are doing audit. So if you are doing audit, just post there. Sema tu, I'm an auditor. Naweza kupatia customers right away here. I can see Judy Kaholo. Asante sana. I am from California, USA. Asante sana. Asante sana. Asante Judy from California. I am actually doing this show from Australia, a place called Adelaide. Asante sana. Thank you. Just tell me where you are from and where you are listening from. Asante sana, Judy, all the way from California. I'll be coming there soon. I'll be there in May or April to connect. We are discussing about the rules of wealth creation. The rules of wealth creation. Tax compliance. Have an auditor. Number 3, have a financial advisor. Oh, yes. Yeah. I read a book that there are 3 people you must have in life. One of them is your pastor. Number 2 is a lawyer. Number 3 is a banker. So the same with the wealth creation. You must pay your taxes, have an auditor, have a financial advisor. Very important. Somebody look at your books, your finances, even in career. You can check how you manage your resources. Number 4, you have to self-educate on financial issues. Ujifunze mambo ya kuangalia resources. You self-educate. Ujifunze on how to manage money. If it's something that people get challenges, it's money management. You find that somebody is paid money, you get your money, and you are not able to manage this money. You have to self-educate yourself. Very, very important. And I'm talking about financial advisor, and a friend of mine here, ananiambia, I'm a CPA Elijah. This is Elijah Katoto. I am a practicing auditor. So all the mentees, muko na auditor right here. Wow, this is Massive Phil, listening from London. Asante sana, Massive Phil, all the way from the UK. We value you. Asante sana. We are talking about the rules and regulations of wealth creation. You must be a tax compliant guy or business, have an auditor, have a financial advisor. You self-educate yourself. I remember one time was running Optiven alone. So I was doing financial statement. I was the marketer. I was the sweeper. I was everything. So some of these things, those who are starting small businesses, you must self-educate. And number 5, don't do everything yourself. Don't be everything. As you expand, look for experts to support you. Look for experts to support you. So don't do everything. Otherwise, we will suffer from stress. You suffer from depression. Wow. We are moving on very well. You have created your wealth. You have your finances. How do you protect it? How do you protect your resources? How do you protect? The other day, I got a very sad story. You know, a friend of mine was doing a very good business. And within a short time, the auctioneers were on his doors. And I'm happy that I can see my friend here, Janet Gazulu. He's a debt consultant. And funny enough, I'm talking about managing debt. Wow, I see Lucy Kamau logged in from Uzbekistan. Uko ni wapi Lucy? Uzbekistan. Uko ni wapi? In simple terms, asante sana Lucy. I can see this mentorship is global. We are talking about how to protect your wealth. One of the ways to protect your wealth is definitely, as this friend of mine has said, he is a debt consultant. I know majority of us here, they are fighting. Oh, Lucy says this is in Asia. Asante sana for logging in. One of the things that you need to take care of is debt. Sometimes you can have a lot of debt and they can mess you up. But how do you protect your resources, your financials, your wealth? One of the ways to protect it is having insurance in place. You know, the other day I had a friend of mine whose business burnt up. You know, the business got banned by accident. And the person had no insurance. A whole 250 million went into fire. Now hakuwa na insurance. Today, as we talk, back to ground zero. For you to protect your business, please, for you to protect your life, have an insurance. And I want to ask my mentees here, if you are doing insurance, just post here. Let's know you. Let's connect. If you are doing insurance, just tell me, hey, I do insurance. Just tell us, because our people, our mentees need to protect themselves, protect their families, protect their businesses, have insurance. Number 2, how to protect. I can see Margaret Muzui. I do insurance. Margaret, please help our mentees, help our people here to protect their wealth, to protect themselves. Give them insurances. You can post there your address. There is this Christine Capolonto, listening from Juba. Asante sana, South Sudan. Asante sana. God bless. We are talking about protecting our wealth. Have insurance. Number 2, have what I call land banking. You may have some spare money. You know, we learned this land banking from our mothers, from our parents. I remember one time 40 years ago, my late mom bought a land at 300 shillings. When she passed on, we sold this land at 30 million. Can you imagine? From 300 bob to 30 million. So land banking is real. I know majority of our people, our politicians, our business people, they do land banking. And I'm happy that if you talk to Joe Orlando, we are also encouraging young people to do land banking in Malindi. Right now, we are selling an acre at 995,000. Keep it there for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. The same acre at 995 is going to be 10 million, 15 million. Land banking is a good way of wealth creation. The other day, we bought a property in Kitengela, and I asked the person who sold us, this 10 acres, how much did you buy? How much was it? And then Akasema, when I bought it, it was 2 million, a whole block. And then now she's requesting 70 million from Optiven. Land banking, it's real, it works. I'm telling you. How do you protect your wealth? You know, you can be able to join a group or Shama, and you can be able to invest together. The other day, we were handling a customer in Achievers Business Park, you know, a Shama that was being supported by Joe. And they want to buy one property. They do 5 floors, and then they'll be earning rental income. Can you imagine? They are protecting their money. Instead of putting that money in the bank, they want to put that money in real estate. And real estate is real. Here in Australia, a lot of people are investing in real estate. And I want to encourage all my mentees. You can be able to put your money in real estate. Go out there in Kimuka, put those 5 floors. Even if you are 10 of you, you are able to share the revenue, the rental income. Usiwe tu mshoyo. Unataka tu kununua peke yako. You can imagine, Joe Orlando is selling Kimuka Business Park at 4 million, about 3.95. If you are 10 people, divide that by 10. you're talking about maybe 400,000 or 40, is it divided by 10 is about 400,000. And then you build up something for yourself. You'll be earning money. That's how people build and protect their wealth. And then something else I've discovered is that a lot of people lose it because they are so secretive. As you create wealth, share with your family. Tell them where you are investing. For us at Optivent, we see a lot of things. So over COVID, we lost a customer. And this customer had got 8 properties with us. Nobody knew. We spent a lot of time looking for next of kin. So please, as you build your wealth, tell your family members where you are building your wealth. Oh, fantastic. Nagilai, I don't know how whether we are 1 hour or I can put a post there or I can go to the last presentation. Maybe I can finish right here. This is my advice to all my mentees. Learn to share, even as you invest. Have a confidant. Could be your spouse, could be your child. And there's a story that really inspires me. This story of Tata. This gentleman, there's one thing he does. Every time he does an investment, he brings in the family members, brings in the spouse. And the same case with you. Don't be a lone ranger. Usitembee peke yako. Lete mtu hapo, mwambie, by the way, I'm investing in Optivent, and this is what I'm doing. And without much ado, I wish you all the very best. I know that we have 10 more minutes, but I think I can allow you to prepare yourself. I know in Kenya it's very early. Here in Australia, it's about 3:16. I'm joining another event with Alex Chamwanda, and allow me to thank you for coming to this mentorship. And today's assignment is for you to go and self-educate you on wealth creation. When I look at all of you, I see people who are going to expand in their careers, people who are going to expand in their businesses. I see people who are going to do exploits. And those who are telling me, George, I want to start something in Kenya. We are here to support you. And Kenya is a country of opportunities. And Africa is a country of opportunities. Allow me to encourage people who are doing businesses, those who are in career. Do your very best. Be the best version of yourself. So when people look at you and say, hey, I think this person is the best of the best. And let's try as much as we can to keep expanding, to keep doing good, because at the end of the day, we are the people to change Africa. We are the people to create opportunities for others. Those who are running businesses like Joe Alano, who is running operations for Optivent, do all what it takes so that we are able to increase more people to work for this brand. I always say that Optivent does not belong to George Wachiuri. Apana, mshahara. It belongs to government. We are paying taxes. It belongs to our bank. We pay a lot of money on loans. It belongs to suppliers. We pay a lot of suppliers. It belongs to the people working with Optivent. It belongs to foundation. So an organization does not belong to the owner. The owner is just a facilitator. For you as a mentee, you are just a facilitator. Esther, you are just a facilitator. Once you start a business, there are many owners. Dr. Jimmy Mutunga, what you are doing, debt financing, you are only supporting people. You are supporting people. You are a facilitator. And I'm happy that Dr. Jimmy is here, as a debt financing expert. You can be able to support our mentees right here. And if we can harvest, if we can harness, if you can harness this network, I can tell you a lot of things can happen. Benjamin Boothia says, please don't leave before telling us you are 2 or 3 great mentors kindly. Yes, I also have got mentors. Thank you, Benjamin Boothia. One of my mentors is Dr. James Mwangi, who I like it because of the job opportunities he has done. The art of risk-taking. Dr. James Mwangi, he's now in Congo. When you guys you think Congo is fighting, hakuna vita Congo. Vita iko tu hapa Goma. The other day he took a group of entrepreneurs to Congo and he told us, if you want to eat an elephant, eat it bite by bite, not swallowing it. And I'm happy that he is opening up. That's my mentor. Mentor number 2 is Vimal Shah. Vimal Shah, I like him because of his openness to private sector. The other mentor is Manu Shadaria. I like him because of philanthropy. He is very philanthropic. Is a person I look forward to do more philanthropy. Very, very important. Jenny Jerry says, I'm in cleaning business. Wow, asante sana, and fumigation. So all those mentees who may need services, Jenny Jerry is here. I can see who is this. Esther Ngede. Africa to the world. Asante sana. Thank you, Jenny Ngede. Let me see who else. Okay, Jemima Nzola, I am in wellness coach. I train individual and corporates on how to inculcate a culture of all-round wellness. Asante sana, hiyo ni wealth. Asante sana, Jemima, you are doing an amazing job. I can see Josephat right here. Josngane Security, asante sana. I can see Jane Jerry. I can see who else. This is who? This is Diana Rose. Asante sana. Diana is Senior Manager in charge of Diaspora. Asante sana. Optiven. Simon Gedenji, I deal with the computer networking. Asante sana. Mabwea Network. And without much ado, God bless you. I value you. Let me take this back to our Vice Chancellor, Nagilai. God bless.
Wow, that is fantastic. That is awesome. Thank you, our mentor, for taking us through this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending with your time zone, about networking and wealth creation. And I believe each and every one of us has gained knowledge, has gained, and our lives have been imparted in a better way. And right about now, I just want to appreciate each and every one of us because we are global people, actually. From the comments, you can see many people are joining from several other, let's say, continents. We've seen people from Asia, we've seen people from America. Our mentor is joining us from Australia. We have people in Africa, and that is fantastic. That's awesome. And we thank God for each and every one of us. And I believe we will continue networking. A good consideration that has come up. Each and every Thursday, we will open up the group for networking. We've just learned about networking. So each and every Thursday, we open up the group, that is the WhatsApp group for networking. You post what you do, you post your business, you network there. And in case you forgot the rules, remember, you post what is not necessary, we will delete and possibly remove you if you will not adhere to the rules and regulations. However, I would just want to appreciate that all of us are good people. We are better people because we have a mentor who keeps on sharing knowledge and sharing what has or what he has done be where he is. I like that. I can see Christine says ilikuwa twende Congo. Okay, what was that about? Thanks, Dr. Wachiuri. Yes, I can see good comments. I really appreciate land banking is a great idea. Thank you, Dr. Jimmy. Awesome. Thank you. And I can't thank you much than I've already done. I can just see some comments. James Gavo, this is awesome. Okay. Yeah, I can see you guys are appreciating. And remember to be sharing your name so that when we do the register, we will do 70% of the classes, and those are the people who will graduate. So I want to right about now end this meeting, and remember, we will communicate when the next meeting will be when our mentor is available. So thank you. God bless you. And right about now, this meeting is officially adjourned. Asante.